Hi there, my name's Sean, and I want to talk about Rocko's modern life. Today, let's dive into Love Spanked. We open to a familiar sight, Heffer scarfing down Rocko's food as they share a breakfast this morning. Rocko's eyes are fixated on the kitchen clock as he autopilots his way through his breakfast routine, completely oblivious that the milk he's pouring over his cereal is chunkier than cottage cheese. Counting each second until 8 a.m., Rocko bolts for the window to catch a peek at his neighbor and crush, Melba Toast, as she heads outside for her morning paper. Unfortunately for Rocko, Heffer has to break the news to him that Melba has a boyfriend. And to make things worse, Dave isn't just handsome, he's actually a nice guy.
Last night, he bought everybody a round of burgers at the Grizzle Palace. You gotta get over this Melba thing, you know?
Even Spunky is won over by his charm as we see later on. With Melba seemingly off the table, Heffer pushes Rocko to move on and test out the dating waters. Heffer takes charge by writing a personals ad that's awkward and over the top, complete with lines that would scare off more people than they would even attract, but the ad gets results and soon Rocko finds himself drowning in responses. Cue a montage of disastrous blind dates. We see a pink bunny whose dad threatens Rocko and later pounds him into a toothpick. A woman Rocko accidentally squirts with stuffing and then knocks out with his turkey. An elephant who leans in for a kiss on a rowboat and sinks it. A dog who won't stop playing bagpipes. And a muscular athletic type who literally shapes Rocko into a basketball and tucks him into her armpit. Every outing is a complete total bust, and Rocko's total lack of game makes for some of the funniest moments of the episode.
How about I walk you back to the door?
How about we trade math equations, baby?
Even with Heffer's encouragement, Rocko just can't get Melba out of his head. Heffer, in classic fashion, thinks bigger. What Rocko needs isn't another ad, it's television. So he signs Rocko up for the O-Town dating game show parody, Love Seat.
What we've done is fed all your vital statistics into our computer. Then we've taken the contestants we had available and matched them up as close as we could. Then we let the studio audience pick your date. You go out on the date, then you come back, tell us how it went. You with me?
I think so.
It's time now for the audience to decide your fate. I mean, date.
Predictably, everything goes wrong. The big reveal ends with the studio audience pairing Rocko with, well, Heffer. The two are shoved into the tunnel of love together while the crowd roars. It's one of those perfectly humiliating Rocko moments where the punchline lands at his expense. The final blow comes back at home. Rocko works up the nerve to finally confess his feelings to Melba, only to discover Heffer has already published a giant love declaration in Rocko's name in the local paper.
Melba, I'm madly, hopelessly, and deeply in love with you. Let me dance in your love cups and serve you tea. Forever yours, your next-door neighbor, Rocko?
I love the love cups part.
What Rocko imagined as a private, vulnerable moment now blares across town in billboard-sized letters. Love Spanked is one of those episodes that hits on something deeply relatable. The messiness of putting yourself out there, the sting of unrequited feelings, and the way friends can sometimes help in ways that make things worse. For Rocko, the humiliation stacks up higher than ever. But at its core, the story highlights how earnest he is, even when the world around him refuses to cut him a break. And for Heffer, this episode shows his friendship evolving. He's trying to help, even if his execution is as clumsy as it gets. Later in the series, we'll see more of these moments where Heffer isn't just the comic relief, he's Rocko's biggest supporter. Fans will remember this episode because it hits a nerve that's both funny and painfully relatable. Unrequited love. Rocko's awkwardness around Melba, the sting of rejection, and the humiliation of putting yourself out there only to be crushed? It's a feeling many viewers shared, especially as kids watching it in the 90s and later reflecting back as adults. The disastrous montage of blind dates mirrors the awkward attempts at connection most people experience, while the Heffer as wingman dynamic underscores how friendship can be both supportive and destructive. Fans also latch onto the satire of dating shows and personal ads, perfectly dated artifacts of the early 90s that now read as nostalgic markers of the era. At its heart, the episode underscores Rocko's sincerity. No matter how badly things go, his desire for genuine connection doesn't waver, and that's what makes him a sympathetic protagonist. For Heffer, Love Spanked is a turning point. He's still the comic relief, but his meddling comes from a place of loyalty and care, however misguided. Together, the episode shows how friendship and vulnerability can coexist with embarrassment, and that sometimes the most enduring bond isn't romance, it's the messy, chaotic support of your best friend. This balance of slapstick humor with real emotional resonance is why Love Spanked remains one of Season 1's standout stories.
Marsupial with big hairy chest, seeking female with same. Will suck the fillings out of your teeth if you let me.
So what do you think? Was Rocko better off moving on from Melba, or was his heart in the right place all along? Drop your thoughts below. I'll be covering more episodes and more shows from the 90s in the future, so if you enjoyed this video, be sure to tune in. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.